there, Kirkplace and the Rice Movement. We've had a really big day today. We're on day 2 of the Lausanne conference, and you know what? On the plane here, I was thinking, what am I going to read? And Tim Costello, who's the head of World Vision Australia, gave me a book that he said he really wanted to read. So I thought, look, I'll have a look at this book, and I had no idea what this book is. I started reading it, and I can't believe God was really using it to move my heart for Him and for what is going on in the world. And it was an incredible book, and I was really into it. Turns out that the book had won 2010 Christian Book of the Year in the US. And here's the book, right? The book is called The Hole in the Gospel. And I'm telling you, it's just great. It's really great to kind of open your mind to what's going on in the world. And here's the best thing. Here's the surprise. Ready? The author, his name is Richard Stearns, and he's the president of the World Vision US. And you know what? He's here. Let's have a talk to him. Here we go, Richard.
Thanks, Steve.
Now, Richard, thanks for being here. And tell me, what do you do with World Vision?
Well, I'm the head of World Vision US, just like Tim Costello is the head of World Vision in Australia. And our primary role in the US is to really raise awareness and support about the plight of the poor in the world and situations of injustice. We're trying to really transform the values, especially within the Church of Jesus Christ in the United States. In an affluent country where people have everything, and they retreat into their churches away from the pain of the world, and their churches almost become like these spiritual spas where they retreat from the world. And we've got churches that have Starbucks coffee stands right inside the church. They've got bowling alleys, they've got swimming pools. And what we're trying to do is get these Christians to read the gospel, the whole gospel, W-H-O-L-E, and send them out from the churches into the pain of the world to do justice, and to love mercy, and to care for the poor, the widow, the orphan, the alien, the stranger, and to do it in the name of Christ. Absolutely. Now, Richard, tell us, so what's your story? I know it's in your book, but just give us a little snapshot about, because what you used to do and why you're here and that kind of thing. Just give us a little snapshot. Well, Steve, I used to be a greedy corporate CEO. In fact, I was the CEO of a luxury goods company that makes luxury tableware, almost like a Wedgwood or a Royal Dalton in the UK. Yeah, wow. And one day the phone rang in my office. And how old were you? I was 47 at the time. Wow. And so, then? Almost at the end of my life, if you're under 30, sure. I was old. And you're only about 48, we're about 48 now, right? Well, I'm almost 60, but I just want to show you God can even use an old guy. Okay, tell us what happened. What happened? Well, anyways, the recruiter said, I'm calling to find the next president of World Vision in the U.S., and, I was calling to see if you're interested, and I told him, no, I'm not interested, I'm not qualified, I'm not capable. And I knew there would be no money in that. I was all about a big salary and a big bonus and driving a Jaguar. And so I tried to get him off the line, saying, you got the wrong guy, I'm not interested. And then he asked me a question that changed my life. He said, are you willing to be open to God's will for your life instead of your will? And the rest of the story is I had dinner with him, and here I am, trying to find God's will for my life, not my will for my life. Oh, this was wonderful. And you're speaking to a whole stack of young people at the moment, right now, via the Rice Movement, and there we go, hello, and at my church, Kirkplace. What would you say to them? Like, they've got the rest of their life ahead of them. What would you say to them about, their priorities and what you'd encourage them to think through, and go from there? What kind of stuff? I think what I'd say to young people is to first understand that you have one life to live. God gives everybody one life. Yeah, right. He issues you one life, one set of opportunities, one set of decisions that you get to make. That's what free will is all about. And you can squander that life, or you can invest that life in changing the world for Jesus Christ. You can invest it as a follower of Jesus Christ. But to do that, you have to understand the nature of what Christ is calling us to do. I believe that the gospel is a call to revolution. It's a call to go into the world, to change the world, to change the way it works, to tackle injustice, to lift up the downtrodden and the poor, to lift up Christ before the world, and to show the world the love of Christ that we feel as Christians. And for too long, we have made the gospel just like a fire insurance policy. We pray this prayer, we accept Jesus, and we just go back to the party, whatever we were doing. We don't have to change our behavior. We don't have to change our decisions. We don't have to change what we do with our money. We can just enjoy our lives because we got the fire insurance policy in the drawer. That's not what God called us to do.
Love it. Well, I'll swap positions with you. Thanks so much, Richard. And I just want to say, if you're watching that video, why don't you spend just 10 seconds now, just have a pray and just ask God to work in your heart and ask Him to make your heart His heart. I reckon that's what I've been praying this week anyway. So God bless, and we'll talk soon.